Hello, hello, hello to all my uniques out there. This is your fairy girl, Akudo. Welcome to Real Talk with Unique. For today, we are going to talk about 10 tips to setting boundaries. Last time we talked about boundaries. What are boundaries? Your personal space. We talked about respecting our personal spaces. Today, most of you wrote and you wanted to know what if I don't have boundaries. I haven't had boundaries in my relationship. I haven't had boundaries in my businesses. So what do I do now? How do I go about it? Today, we are going to talk about 10 tips, things you can do to set boundaries if you don't have boundaries. To all my returning subscribers, how are you guys doing? Hello. And for those of you that are not part of my family, what are you waiting for? You watch all the videos, you put all the likes, you make all the comments. You might as well come and join us. You see the red button that says subscribe, click on that button. Wait for the notification bell, click on that one too. So you will be the first to see my videos when they drop. All right, now let's jump right into it. Last week, like I told you guys, I defined what boundaries are. So I'm going to go back to the definition. Grab a chair, grab your popcorn, grab something to drink. I have my water right here. Grab something to drink and come and be part of the party. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about boundaries. Let's talk about what we're doing so that we know how to set those boundaries, okay? So let me go to my Google. You know, I love Google. So let's go to Google's definition of boundaries. It says a boundary is a border and it can be physical, such as a fence between two properties, or it can be abstract, such as moral boundaries. Moral boundaries are those ones decided by the society what is wrong, okay? Decided it is wrong to cross. If you have no sense of boundaries, you probably annoy people around you. So you get too close to them, you don't respect personal spaces. Most of us don't know what is personal space. Your personal boundaries, we talked about boundaries as a whole. It can be, if the physical definition can be something, separating you from something. If you are like here now, you can say that this frame is my boundaries. I'm right constrained, put in this frame. I can't go out of here. You can make a circle and say, that's my boundary. Don't go there, don't go there. Your boundary can be, this is my house. Once I lock the door, you can't leave. Those are your boundaries. But we also have moral boundaries. Those are those boundaries we make when what the society considers wrong. This is not right. This is wrong. So that is those boundaries. And it can be in relationship, it can be between you and your children, it can be between you and your colleagues, it can be between you and your friends. Boundaries is you are teaching people how to treat you. Remember, I told you guys, people treat you the way you treat yourself. If you carry yourself with dignity and respect and integrity, people will carry you with respect, dignity, and integrity. If you if you treat yourself like you're a nobody, people will follow suit. Whatever you show people or whatever you tell people, that's exactly what they're going to do. So now, so many of you said, but I don't have boundaries. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? I started my relationship without boundaries. I started the business with no boundaries. I started this with no boundaries. Now we are here. What am I going to do? I'm going to give you 10 tips, 10 things you should look out for, or things you can do to put boundaries in your relationship, in your friendship, in your marriage, in your children's relationship, and everything. Okay. Now, I want us to define, let's find out what Google says is personal boundaries. Okay. I like this. It says, personal boundaries are the limits and rules we set for ourselves within relationships. Personal boundary are rules and limits we set for ourselves within a relationship. Those are your personal boundaries. He continued, he said, a person with healthy boundaries can say no to others, when they want to, but they are also comfortable opening themselves up to intimacy and close relationship. For personal boundaries, a person that has a healthy boundary can say no. No is not a bad word. You can say no, mba, nehi nehi. I'm not doing it. I'm tired. I can't do it. I can do it tomorrow, but not today. It's okay to say no and don't feel guilty about it. I want you to go watch my video on people's pleaser. People pleasers can't say no. They dump on themselves. They carry everybody's problem. They carry everybody's burden, and then they can't take any more. They are depressed. They are stressed out. They are pulling their hair out in order just to please the people around them. So for personal boundary, if you have a healthy personal boundary, you are able to say no and don't feel guilty about it. Remember, personal boundary is setting limits and rules for yourselves within a relationship. So now we're going to go to the 10 tips. I want you to relax, sit down. We're going to go to the 10 tips. We're going to talk about what the tips are, how you can bring back the boundaries in your relationship without feeling guilty, without feeling like you have to please somebody, without feeling like you have to do things you don't want to do. You know, it's okay to say no. And when you notice people are crossing your boundaries, when you notice people are taking too much, they are going further than you want them to go, always check them on it. Some of us will say, you know what, let me leave it alone this time around. When they do it again, then I'll say something. No, my sister, no, my brother, that is the wrong move. Because when they do it today and you don't say something to them, they do it tomorrow, you don't say something to them. They do it the next 3 weeks, you don't say something to them because you're saying, let me give them time. And then the next day, they do it, and now you want to say, no, why are you doing it? I don't like it. They won't believe you. They will think, oh, you have changed. You were not like this when I married you. Sister, you were not like this. This was okay for you. Now you have changed. Something is different with you. Or, brother, you have changed. No, he hasn't changed. That has always been him. Or he has been suppressing that part of him because he didn't want to maybe make you angry. He didn't want to make you feel like, okay, you know, he or she's going to be mad with me. So they suppress that part of them. But that's not them. Now they are tired of pretending. You can only pretend for a little while. After some time, they say, you know what, I'm done pretending. I'm going to be my true self. I'm going to be myself. And I'm going to say what I like, what I mean, and what, whatever I say, I mean, and what I mean, I say. So now there is a problem in the relationship. That's why you have to, when people, you don't have boundaries, but you have your personal boundaries and you didn't tell them. Now they are crossing those boundaries. My sister, my brother, it's time you check them and say, hold up, sister, hold up, brother. This is my personal space. This is the no for me. This is a not for me. This is something I cannot settle with. This is something I can't take. I can take every other one, but you see this, I cannot take this. You check them right there so that they don't go any further. Because if you don't check them, human beings, they will keep pushing the envelope. If I did this today, you didn't do anything. I'm going to do this tomorrow, you didn't do anything. I will do this the next day, you didn't do anything. I will keep going further and further until you're tired. Until one of these days you can't break the wall, so you have to bounce back and say, hey, but by then, most of the time, sometimes it might be too late. So I want us to go through the 10 things, the 10 tips I got, okay? So the first tip I want us to talk about is number 1, know your boundaries, know your limits. You have to sit down, first of all, and know what you want. If you don't know what you want, how can you expect others to know what you want? Some of us don't know our own boundaries. That's why I took the definition of personal boundaries. Personally, because my boundary might not be your boundary. His boundary might not be your boundary. My husband's boundaries might not be your husband's boundaries. So you have to sit down and first of all, know your boundaries. Know your limits. Know, okay, this is something I don't like lying. Don't lie to me. That's a no for me. Those are one of, I don't like people touching me that are not my husband. That's a big thing for me. Don't touch me. You can hug me like a decent human being, but don't go too like you're trying to do other stuff, run your hands over me. No, I don't want that. And once you set those, now you know those boundaries. You know what you don't like. You know what will trigger you. You know your triggering points. You know this is something. So know your limits. Know what you can take and what you can't take. I can't take abuse. I can't let you hit me. I can't let you, put your hands on me. No. If I say something you don't like or I do something you don't like, be a man, walk away. Be a woman, walk away. Don't start throwing things. Don't start putting your hands on me. It's a no-no for me. Don't put your hands on me. If you know all this as your personal boundaries, if you know all this as your personal limits, you know all this as your personal rules, then you can be able to articulate it and not tell it to somebody else. You see where I'm coming from? Know your boundaries, know your limits, know what you can and what you cannot. Then you can be able to say, okay, honey, okay, sweetie, okay, my friend, okay, children, whoever, these are the things I can't take. Then you can be able to tell it to somebody. But you have to, first of all, know those things. Number two, tune into your feelings. Once you know those boundaries, how does it make you feel? Tune into your feelings. How does it make you feel? Is it something that makes you mad? Is it something that stresses you out? Is it something that upsets you? Is it something that makes you happy? Tune into your feelings. Tune into your feelings. Know how it makes you feel. Because if it makes you uncomfortable, if it makes you feel like you're not being respected, if it makes you feel like they don't have regards for you, then you know that it's a big thing. You don't want to be uncomfortable. You don't want to be mad all the time. You don't want to be angry all the time. You don't want to feel disrespected all the time. So tune into your feelings and know how those your limits, those your boundaries, how do they make you feel? How do they make you feel? If they make you feel bad and they make you feel uncomfortable, then you can tell yourself, you know what? This is how it makes me feel. That's why I must make sure that whoever is with me in this relationship, whether business, whether marriage, family, whatever, they understand that this is a no-no for me because this makes me feel this way. This puts me in this mood. This depresses me. This stresses me out. So that is why they are my boundaries. And I want you to understand how it makes me feel so that you can understand why I'm asking you to please respect those boundaries. Number one, know what you want. Know your limits, know your boundaries. Number two, tune into your feelings. When you tune into your feelings, you'll be in a better position to communicate what you're feeling and put it into words. Okay? Number three says, give yourself respect and permission. Don't always feel like, oh, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want them to feel like, hey, my own is too much. Some men will say, oh, you're too hard. Your standard is too much. You are high maintenance. You are this. Oh, no, my sister. Don't let nobody tell you that. Oh, no, my brother. Don't let nobody tell you that. They will tell you, oh, you're too much, man. Your own, man. You have so many rules. What is wrong with you? Your standard is too high. Yes, my brother. If your standard is too high, then they should either come up and meet those standards. Don't turn it down for nobody. Okay? Don't turn it down for nobody. While you get in touch with your feeling. Number three, say, give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to say, hey, I don't like people touching me if you're not my husband or my children. Hey, I don't like people walking all over, coming into my house and walking all around in my house. I don't like that. Hey, I don't like people doing this. Hey, I don't like when you hug me, you want to hug me like you're going to carry me off the floor. We are not that close. Do you understand? We are not that close. Hey, I don't like you telling nasty jokes around me. It's not funny to me. It's not funny to me. So keep your nasty jokes to yourself. If you want to be a comedian, go somewhere else and be a comedian. Whenever you see me, don't tell those nasty jokes. Hey, I know sometimes you use curse words or whatever. I don't like people cussing around me. This is your life. This is your personal boundaries. It's okay, because it might not be my boundary. It might not be his boundaries. It might not be her boundary. Doesn't mean that your boundary is wrong. Doesn't mean that I'm going to shame you into changing your limit just because I feel is wrong. Some people don't mind. Oh, we hug. Oh, when I hug you, I hold you, I carry you, I rub my chest on you. Oh. Some people don't mind. They feel like for you to do that, it shows that you have missed them and you love them. It's okay. Why the other sister is uncomfortable with it. And you are not going to make her feel guilty about that. You have to respect that. It's no biggie to you. It's okay. It's a biggie to her. And you have to respect those boundaries. So always give yourself permission. Give yourself respect. It is okay, my sister. It's okay, my brother. It's okay to tell people what you like and what you don't like. Hey, I know you, but I don't like people coming and eating from the same plate I'm eating from. Please, go get another plate and a spoon, and I'm going to give you a little bit of the food. But don't just put your hands and start eating with my spoon. I don't like that. Because it's not a big deal to you, does not mean I am wrong for making that one of my boundaries. So it is high time we begin to give ourselves permission to be you. Give yourself permission to be you. You don't need permission from nobody to be you. This is me, Akudo, good, bad, and ugly. It's either you take it or you leave it. But you are not going to make me feel uncomfortable or disrespected because I told you what I don't like you doing. My sister, my brother, people, society will make you feel like something is wrong with you. You are the crazy one. They'll make you feel like, what is the big deal? You are the crazy one. You're making nothing out of nothing. Please, no. Give yourself permission to say, Achomia, I don't want it. I don't want it, and it's okay. Let them say whatever they like. Let them do whatever they like for you and your family. It's on here. You have the permission to do that. That's number 3. Number 4, say, be self-aware of what you are doing. Self-awareness means knowing when people are disrespecting you. Most of the time, we get so carried away. I was somewhere. We went to the mall. So as we were buying something from the mall, those benches in the mall, I was sitting down there, with my son, and we were just waiting a little while to get up and then go continue, sightseeing, shopping, whatever. And then this lady was, passing, and then something fell. I think her bag or whatever she had fell on the floor. So she bent, how you bend down to pick those things. This guy from nowhere just came and just smacked her on her behind. And the girl turned around and said, who are you? Why did you do that? The man said, oh, I didn't know you were there. How can you not see a whole human being? A whole human being, not a child. Even a child, you will see a child. How can you tell me you didn't see a whole woman that was bending down, putting her stuff? And the woman turned around and said, don't you ever, I don't know who you are. The woman started screaming, was about to fight and whatever. And everybody was like, it's okay. And they started, everybody was telling the man, why would you do that? And then he just gradually walked away and disappeared in the crowd. So, and I was sitting down there and I was thinking, what will make this man feel it was okay to see a woman bent over picking her stuff and you go just put your hands on her behind? What will give you that confidence to think it is okay? Because you are not self-aware of where you are. You think it's okay. Any woman is a meat, just touch her anyhow you want and keep going. No, my sister, no, my brother. Just like some women will just see some men and then you start rubbing on their hair, you start touching their chest, you start, ooh, those are your muscles. Ooh, I like your muscles. Oh, please. Did he ask you to feel his muscle? Did he tell you to run your hands down his chest? Did he ask you for that? No. Maintain personal space, personal boundaries. Respect personal space. Keep your hands to yourself. This is what we tell children in the school. What do? Listening ears, inside voices, walking feet, and keep your hands to yourself. That's what we tell them. Are we going to start telling adults now how to keep their hands to themselves? They didn't learn it when they were in preschool. Keep your hands to yourself. Be self-aware, my sister. Know your surroundings. Look around. When you feel something is uncomfortable, get the step and move. Leave that place. When somebody is hugging you the way you're not comfortable with, stop the hug and just walk away. Be self-aware. Some of us, we are so carried away. We are so carried away. We are laughing, we are chatting, and then you don't know you're laughing, cracking jokes, and that guy sitting beside you is laughing and falling all over you. And you're here laughing and falling all over them. He is crossing your boundaries and you are not even aware. Before you know it, his hands will be on your legs and he's still laughing. Before you know it, he's rubbing your legs and you're still laughing. You're still laughing. Before you know it, then his hands are going deeper and you're, oh, please stop me. What are you doing? My sister, did you have to wait for him to start going up your legs before you realize that he was touching you for the past 10 minutes? Be self-aware. No matter how funny it is, don't let people fall on you and indirectly cross your boundaries, violate your boundaries, cross your limits, violate your limits, and you're so carried away. You are not aware of where you are. No matter where you are, my sister, be aware. No matter where you are, my brother, be aware. Even brothers, people think it's only sisters. No, some brothers too complain. Since I did that video, I've had about 5 emails from brothers telling me that my sister Unique is not only women. I work out. I am a trainer. And every time I go to the gym, on my way to the gym, people are stopping. Can I touch your chest? Can I touch your hand? Ooh, I see your muscles. Yeah, please. A brother said, I'm like, no, I'm not a meat. I'm a human being, for crying out loud. Stop rubbing your hands all over me. So sisters, don't think it's only you. No, it happens to the brothers too. Some bold men, women like to rub. Oh, I love bold men. And you're rubbing. Oh, look at your beard. Oh my God, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, why are you touching his face? He didn't ask you to touch it. You can stay where you are and say, oh, I love your beard. It's very nice. You don't have to go, oh, he's so nice. Oh, he feels so soft. Oh, I say, oh, does your wife like it? Oh, and the man is like this. He doesn't know whether to tell you to stop or tell you walk away or tell you get out of my face. He doesn't know what to do. So it's not only for the sisters, it's also for the brothers. Be aware of your surroundings. Know where you are. Be aware of people that are around you. If you're uncomfortable, my sister, get the step in. If you're comfortable, my brother, get the step in. Move. Don't let people make you uncomfortable. It's not necessary. That's number 4. Number 5, reflect on your past and your present. Reflection time. Ask yourself, in my past relationship, what happened? Did people walk all over me in that relationship? Now, in my present relationship, they are still walking all over me. Maybe they are not understanding my boundaries, or I have not set no boundaries. So people think it's okay to treat me anyhow. Because one thing I've noticed in life, when people think like you keep quiet and keep taking, people will keep dishing it out. Once you don't say anything and you keep quiet and say, oh, let me be nice, maybe after today they will stop. Trust me, they will do it tomorrow. They will do it the next day, 1 year from now, 10 years from now. As long as you let them, they will do it. If you let them treat you like a doormat, they will treat you like a doormat. If you let them walk all over you, they will walk all over you. So reflect. Sit yourself down and reflect. How was my past relationship? In my family, in my marriage, in relationship with my children, in whatever. Now, what is it now? I noticed a common denominator, something. People walk all over me. People take me for granted. People treat me like I'm not a human being. People think I'm a nobody. So something is wrong. People did it in the past. They are doing it now in my present. The problem is with me. I have to maybe either set some boundaries if I didn't have any. If I have some, make it clearer. Apparently, it's not clear enough because these people are not getting it. They're not understanding it. So I'm going to make it clearer. So this is how you're going to set boundaries for yourself. This is number 5. Reflection time. Reflect your past and reflect your present. What is something that is common in your past and is also happening to you now in your present? What is that thing? That is it that they are not understanding your boundaries, or maybe your boundaries are not very clear to them, or you never had boundaries in the beginning. So they don't know what hurts you. And because you've been pretending, you don't want to open up your mouth and tell them, I don't like this. So they keep doing it and they keep dishing out more and more and more. Oliver Twist, they keep giving you more and more because they think, you know what? Since you're not going to speak up for yourself, I'm going to dump on you. I'm going to dump on you. So that's number 5. Number 6, now that you know, now set priorities. If your answer is you have boundaries, but maybe it wasn't clear to them, then make it clearer to them. But if your answer is you never even had boundaries, both in your past and your present, now you have to do what? Set priorities. Self-care. You must learn to put self first. That doesn't mean you're egocentric. That doesn't mean you are selfish. But there comes a time when you can tell yourself, you know what? Akudo comes first. And this thing you're doing, stressing Akudo out. And because he's stressing me out, I'm not going to sit down here and be stressed out over what you're doing. So guess what? I'm going to walk away. So if you want to continue what you're doing, continue what you're doing, but not with me around because he's stressing me out and I have to go find peace somewhere else. It's okay. Put yourself first. You are your greatest cheerleader. Nobody in this world is going to honk your horn. When you are in your car, you're driving down 285. If there's a car coming, I'm not going to, from my house, use remote control and honk your horn for you. You are the one that's going to do poo, poo. I'm coming. I'm coming. You want the world to know you're coming. So you honk your horn. You are the only one that is going to believe in yourself. You're the only one that is going to say, you know what, I am worth it. You're the only one that is going to say, I am enough. I'm okay. Ezrum keme, jim jim. Agada bachuruzo, that's me. I am important. I am beautifully and wonderfully made. I am gifted. I am talented. I'm a somebody. I'm somebody. I matter. You are the only one that will say that. If you think somebody somewhere will say, hey, Akudo, you're very important too. Akudo, do you know you matter? Then you're wasting your time, my sister. You're wasting your time, my brother. They will never do that. Nobody is going to lead you on. Nobody is going to cheer you on. Rather, they will tell you, even don't bother you. Go sit down. That thing will never work. I don't believe in you. Don't you see how bad the economy is? It will never work. You're the only one that will tell yourself, you know what? The economy is bad, but I'm going to go out there. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to believe in myself, and I'm going to get it done. Self-care. Set priorities. Put yourself first. Those things that you know that are your boundaries, that trigger you, that make you mad, make you uncomfortable, that make you feel disrespected. Tell people, no, these are my boundaries. This is a no for me. Set priorities and make it clear. Don't say things you don't mean or mean things you don't want to say. Be clear, which will take us to number, okay, that's set priorities. Then the number 7, that's number 6, which will take us to be confident. When you set these priorities, you have to believe in yourself. Know who you are. Other people might not understand those boundaries, but these are your boundaries. Kewu kegi is no other person's own. It's mine. You might not understand it. I went to one lady when I was teaching. So one of the teachers I was teaching with, she invited us to come to her house. we went to her house, beautiful house. When we got there at the door, she told us we had to take off our shoes. So I was like, why would we take off our shoes? She said because she doesn't let. I also saw her own shoe, her husband's shoe, her children's shoe right there by the door. You will see a carpet where they put everything one after the other. So she told us we had to take off our shoes. She doesn't like bringing, outside dirt inside her house. My sister, I didn't understand that because I walk around. You can come to my house and put on your shoes, but those are her rules. Those are her limits. Those are her boundaries. I told the teacher, let's take off our shoes. We took off our shoes. We went, we sat, she ate, she cooked for us. We ate, we talked. We got there like maybe 1 p.m. We were there till like 7 at night. We were talking, we were laughing. We watched a movie. She was so nice, very, very nice lady. When we were leaving, she had some Indian gold jewelry. She gave us some. She gave me one, gave the other teacher one set. And I said, she was very nice. So because she told me to take off her shoes, I will not automatically say, oh, this one is me. Why would she tell me to take off her shoes? I don't take off. Well, you know what? I'm leaving. No, those are her boundaries. I respect her boundaries. It might not make any sense to me, but it makes perfect sense to her. So you have to be confident in those boundaries, those rules, those limits that you put on yourself. You have to be confident. Don't let nobody shame you. Don't let nobody disgrace you. Don't let nobody bully you into changing them because they don't understand it. They don't need to understand your boundaries to obey them. They don't need to understand your boundaries to follow them. They don't need to understand your boundaries for them to do what you want them to do. All they need to do is whenever they are around you, if your boundary is you take off your shoe, take off your shoe and come in. If you don't want to take off your shoe, that's the door. You can leave. Do you understand? Be confident. That's why I said number 6, set priorities, self-care. Set priorities. Put yourself first. Don't always make yourself a nobody just to please people. Set priorities. And number 7, say, be confident in those priorities. Be confident to tell people, Mbao, this thing that is going to give Akudo headache, I don't want it. I don't like drama. Me personally, I don't like drama. If drama comes, I run. So because I run away from drama does not mean I'm a coward or I can't confront people or I can't stand up for myself. Trust me, people that know me know I can stand up for myself. This my mouth, I can use it and talk. But I don't want, you this, and then we're going back and forth and screaming, taking off our clothes, tying our hair, taking off our earring. We're about to fight. That's not me. That's not me. So once you start that, I walk away. Once you start that, I leave. That's not me. I am confident in me. Be confident in those priorities. Be confident in your self-care. Be confident with the standard you've given yourself. Be confident with the limits you have put around you. Be confident with the rules you've made around yourself. Don't let nobody bully you. Don't let nobody put you down that you begin to second guess yourself. Maybe, do you think it's too much to tell people to take off their shoes? Do you think they will think I'm mean? Do you think they might not like me anymore? It doesn't matter. Whether they like you or not, those are your limits. Those are your boundaries. The lady said her reason was because her husband is sickly. She doesn't like to bring things from outside into her home. So who am I to judge her? If that is how she feels and that's what she believes, who am I to tell her, no, I must bring in my shoe here because that boundary doesn't make sense to me? Be confident. And then it takes us to number 8, be direct. Don't go around 285 and go around I-75 and go around 278 just to do one thing that is right there in front of you because you don't want to be direct. You don't want to say no. You don't want to say, my sister, Akudo, I want to go to farmer's market. Do you want to go on Saturday? I want you to go with me. My sister, I can't go on Saturday. I work Monday through Fridays. Saturday is the only day I don't do much. I only cook for the week and I relax in my house. I'm sorry I won't be able, but maybe next Saturday I might be able to go with you. And don't feel bad about it. Say that with confidence. But some of us, instead of saying that, we will say, you know what, on Saturday, let me think about it. Because there's this lady in our church, she's very sick. They are going for visitation. And after that, we'll go to that other brother that just bought a house for housewarming party. And you are making up all these lies instead of just saying, my sister, I want to rest. Oh, I don't want to go anywhere this Saturday. She's not going to be mad. She understands. She can go next week. She might even say, you know what, I'm tired too. Let me relax. Let's do it next week. But because you don't want to give that idea that you can say no to something, so you want to lie all the lie in the book. You want to go from here to 285 to I-75, go through Alabama, come back through 278, only to say, no, I don't want to do it. Be confident and be direct. Be direct. Don't miss words. Say what you mean and mean exactly what you say. Which takes us to number 9, baby steps. You're not going to do all this in one day. My sister, remember, you have never set boundaries before. You have never set boundaries before. Or the boundaries you had was not very clear. That was the reason why in your past and your present, people didn't understand it. People violated it. People didn't follow the rules. People crossed the boundary. People crossed the limits. People did not obey the rules because they didn't understand it. Now, with these 10 tips, as you're trying to set the boundaries, as you're trying to reshape everything, baby steps. Don't wake up today and say, you know what? And make these are my husband, for example. Let me use me and Nelson as an example. I will just wake up one morning and say, Nelson, my boundary today is, let me tell you, I've been married for 24 years and I don't like, what will I say? I don't like this African soup, this fufu you eat. So my boundary now is no more cooking fufu in this house. My sister, you should give my you the grace. The man will look at you and say, what's wrong with you? With the man will say, what have you been drinking or what have you been smoking? What's wrong with you? You make healthy boundaries. Boundaries that you know that are healthy for your relationship. Boundaries, remember, personal boundary are rules and limits that you set for ourselves within a relationship. Baby steps. You start small. Okay, you know what? My first boundary is Nelson. We are going to first of all put the Ehirim family, my family, our nuclear family first. Whatever happens, we have to come back to the table. I don't care what happens in the family. Any decision we are going to take, we're going to come together as a family, and me and you, we're going to take that decision. You start with those little boundaries. We don't eat dinner. Let us, for example, I want us to be eating dinner every night, or I want us to go join a church, whatever limit or whatever. I can't do this, I can't do this. Physical abuse, my brother, I can't do physical abuse. So, Biko, keep your hands to yourself. You might get angry, my brother, Biko, walk away when you're angry. And when I get angry, I am also going to walk away. This aspect of using somebody as a punching bag, my brother, Ghana, is not going to work. Because it's not going to work, brother. And then you take it from there. Little baby steps, one at a time. You start with something small, and then you start increasing. You start, bringing in other things between you, and you don't just wake up and make boundaries all by yourself when you are in a relationship. You cannot just wake up and say, you know what, Nelson, my boundary is I don't want you to be coming to my room anymore. I want you to be staying in your own room. My boundary is, I don't want you using my car. I love my car so much. Nobody should be driving it. Those are my limits. Those are my boundaries. Say, no, for me. When you're a husband and wife and you guys have just one car. So there are things that are not healthy. Make healthy boundaries. And finally, number 10, seek for help. If you have gone through all these 9 steps and you have set all these boundaries, you have gone through the 9 things I said, and you still can't keep those boundaries, and you still can't set those boundaries, and you still can't make up those rules, you still can't create limits for yourself, my sister, I cannot help you anymore. My case is finished. You have to go seek help. Okay? The Shike got your therapist. The Shike got your therapist, or got your doctor, okay? Or got your somebody, your pastor, or call somebody, or you can call me. I'm a life coach. You can call me. I can coach you through it. If all these things I've said in this video, you say, Akudo, I heard what you said, but this thing is hard for me. I can't set all these boundaries. I don't even know what I want. Then you can call me. Then go to my website, www.uniqueempowerment.com, or you can hit me up on all social media, Facebook, Akudo Ehirim page, You can hit me up on Instagram, Akude, my first and my last name. And then hit me up and tell me, hey, this is still hard for me and I'm going to help you. But apart from me, there are so many other people out there that can help you. Some pastors will help, some churches will help, some counselors, there are therapists out there. Go find help. Get somebody to talk to. If everything you have done these 9 things and it's not working for you, all right? My sister, we have come to the end of this video. I promised you guys I would have done this last week, but last week I was a little bit under the weather. I didn't even do Unique Monday when I encouraged you guys for the week. I couldn't do that because I was sick, really sick, but thank God, God is on the throne. I'm feeling a lot better. So I'm feeling a lot better. And by the grace of God, this Sunday, we are going to be doing another food giveaway. We have 40 pound box of food. We have 60 boxes. We are going to give out this Sunday to families in need. So if you are interested, you want to grab one of the boxes and you are here in Atlanta, Georgia, you can hit me up to Instagram, Akude Hirim, Facebook, Akude Hirim page, or you can even write it in the comment section and I'll tell you where, when, time, and where to be so that you can come and grab. It's a 40-pound box full of food. I think there is cheese, chicken patty, hot dog, potatoes, milk, a lot of goodies inside the bag. So if you are interested and you live in Atlanta, Georgia, you live, where I stay, then hit me up and I'll tell you the time, the date, and the venue where the giveaway will take place. And I have only 60 boxes, so I can only do 60. So only 60, the first 60 people that come get it. After that, I can't do any more, okay? But hopefully more giveaway will be coming out. We are going to see what we'll do for Mother's Day, and we're going to see what we're going to do for Easter, all right? So remember, if you don't have boundaries, you have never set boundaries for yourself, or you have boundaries, but the lines are very blurred. It's not clear. You can't see. You don't even know what your boundaries are anymore because you have let people cross over, kick it, march on it, that you don't even know what are your boundaries anymore. So remember, these are the 10 things you need to do to set those boundaries. Number 1, know your limits, know your boundaries, know your limit, know your rules, know what you are interested in and why you want those boundaries. Number 2, tune into your feelings. Find out why those are your boundaries. Find out why those are your limits. Find out why those are the rules you're talking about. Why? Is it because they depress you? Is it because when people do it, they stress you out? Is it because it triggers you? It triggers anger. It triggers, things in you that you don't like. It disrespects you. It makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel resentful. If that, tune into that feeling so that when you understand how it makes you feel, then you can understand why you need to set those boundaries. Number 3, give yourself permission. Give yourself permission. Respect yourself. Give yourself some respect. It is okay, my sister, to set boundaries. People might not understand your boundaries. People might want to criticize your boundaries. People might not know why you make those boundaries. But don't worry about what they think. You don't need their permission to set boundaries for yourself. That's you. You are you. They are they. I am I. We have different boundaries and different limits. Be able to set those limits without feeling guilty about it. Number 4, self-awareness. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your friends. Be aware of people you hang with. Be aware of what is going on in your own life. Be aware. Don't always be carried away with situations and circumstances that you don't know when people are disrespecting you, when people are crossing your boundary and stepping all over it. Be aware. Know when people are coming too close for comfort. Know when people are coming too close that you're thinking they are too close for your own good. Be aware of your surroundings. Number 5, reflect on your past and your present. Reflect and think about what happened in your past relationships, your past business relationship, your finances. Is it happening now? What is the common denominator? What is the relationship between that past and present? Is it me? Am I the one that is letting people do this to me? What do I need to change? Do I need to make my boundaries more clearer, or do I need to set new ones so that people can understand where I'm coming from? Number 6 says set priorities. Once you know that you have reflected about your past, number 5, and the present, and you have found that one thing is the problem, you now set priority. Make you number one. Make you number one. It is not being egocentric and it is not being selfish. Put your interest first. Don't always want to please others at your own detriment. Don't always want to let people treat you anyhow just because you want to belong. You are in that clique of friends you have. All of them treat you like a nobody. You are the servant of the group. When you talk, they don't even, when you talk, everybody's like, come on, Meshano, we don't want to hear from you. Nobody takes your opinion. Nobody respects you. Nobody values you. They do things without you, unless when they want to use you, that's the only time they bring you. My sister, my brother, set priorities. Self care. Put yourself first. You are your greatest cheerleader. Tell yourself, "Mbanono, if you don't recognize me, I recognize myself. If you don't want to know me, I know myself. Know yourself. Now you, Biko, it's you. Don't let people treat you anyhow." Number 7, be confident. When you have set these priorities, be confident, be assertive, know what you mean, say what you mean, and mean what you say. Be assertive. Don't go there feeling like, Akudo, why would you tell me to take off my shoes? Like that lady. Let us say, when I asked her, I said, my sister, why do you want us to take off our shoes? Because I didn't understand. And then she will start saying, eh, maybe for this first time, you guys can put on your, you see, now you're not assertive. You're going back and forth. You don't know what you believe in and you don't know what you stand for. When I asked her, she said, my sister, my husband is very sickly. I don't like to look at that, our shoes there. I don't let my husband and my children come in here because my husband is always sick. So what I do is you leave your shoe, whatever you came in with, it stays right there in the front door, right there, at the front door, right there. And when you're leaving, you can go. She was assertive. She was confident. I'm not gonna bully you. I'm not gonna bully her. I'm not gonna make her feel bad because I have never heard about that kind of boundary or limit before. No, you're not gonna make me back down. That's what I said, and I'm confident in that. Number 7 say be confident, assertive. Number 8 say be direct. Don't beat about the bush. What you need to say, say. Don't go through all rigmaroling, go from here to Nigeria, come back, stop at Jamaica, come back, go to Europe, come back, go to Australia before you say what you want to say. No, be assertive and be direct. Say exactly what you mean and mean exactly what you said. Okay, that's number 8. Number 9, remember you need baby steps. You have never done this before. For those people that have never set boundaries before, you have to set healthy boundaries, baby step. Start with something small and then graduate to something bigger. And for those of you that have already set boundaries, but the lines are very blurred, you can't see what is what anymore, you don't know what you set anymore, you can go and reaffirm those boundaries, make it clearer, be direct about it, be confident about it, be assertive about it, and take baby steps. Change those things and start with the baby ones. Gradually, you will get there. It's not, Rome was not built in a day. You're not just wake up and say, oh, these are my rules. Let me make these rules. Miss Unique said we should be set boundaries. I have set all these boundaries. If you cross these boundaries, you are in big trouble. Oh, I'm not playing. Take it easy. Remember, your people that hang around you, they have never seen this side of you. You have always let people treat you anyhow. You have always let them run over you, walk all over you, play with you, treat you like a nobody. Now you're going to be assertive and tell them, hey, I demand a little bit of respect. I give a lot of respect back, and I think I should get that in return. Now they are going to bully you. They are going to tell you, no, who cares? Don't mind her. She don't know what she's talking about. They are going to say all that, but you have to maintain it. You have to maintain and say, no, that Akudo you used to walk all over is no longer this one now. No, I can't let you walk all over me anymore. I'm going to say what I mean exactly what I said. And finally, number 10, if you have done all these steps, these 10 tips, 9 tips, and it's still hard for you, because some people sometimes they need help. They can't just do it on their own. They don't have the confidence to do it on their own. and you need help, then my sister, go out there and get help. There are so many life coaches, there are so many personal coaches, there are so many coaches out there, counselors, therapists, friends, pastors. There are so many people out there that are going to help you. Even you can sit down with your husband and say, I don't know limits, I don't know boundaries, but let us sit down and just make some boundaries for our marriage. Let's just put some things down. Okay, what do you think we should put? You guys can come. If you don't want a therapist or somebody you're gonna pay money to set those things for you, a life coach, then you sit down on your own and say, tune into your feelings. When people yell at me, it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like I am a nobody. You know what? I'm going to tell people that love me and people that are my friends and my circle of friends, please, when you want to speak to me in a calm voice. Once you start yelling, I'm going to walk away because I don't like people yelling at me. Initially, they will say, what do you mean? Oh, please, shut up. You tell them, no. I did it before when I didn't have self-respect. Remember, self-care. I did it when I didn't have self-respect for myself. But now, you are not going to yell at me. And make sure you don't just say it, you practice it. When they start yelling at you, talking down at you, get up and tell them, I told you, you can't yell at me. I'm not your child. I'm not your child. You're going to talk to me like a grown-up lady. And if you don't have the calmness and the maturity for us to talk as adults, you know what? I'm going to walk away right now. When you calm yourself down, come look for me, then we can talk. And then get up and walk away. When you walk away, then they will say, Chineke, look at Akudo. This guy really means it. Oh. Then they will know you're serious. Remember, people treat you the way you treat yourself. Once they see you taking it seriously, and not today, you will walk away. Tomorrow, you will stay back there and keep quiet. And then now you're sending mixed signals. Today, you obey your boundaries. The next day, you let them cross over your boundary. So now they don't know how to treat you. So you have to maintain it, be assertive, be confident, be direct, take baby steps, know what you need, and say what you mean, exactly what you mean, and go out there and set healthy boundaries for you. Remember, like I told you guys in the first video, if you have not watched the first video, I want you to click off this video, go to my thing and go watch the one that says boundaries. When you finish watching that one, then you can come and watch this one. Or if you want to finish watching this one, then finish watching this one and go back and watch boundaries, okay? If you have healthy boundaries, it makes for healthy relationship, it makes for healthy friendship, healthy marriage, healthy parental relationship, healthy business, healthy everything. Because when you teach people, you are the only one that can teach people how to treat you. I'm being honest with you, my sister. No other person in this world is going to tell people how to treat you. You are the one that will tell them, look, this is how you treat me. My brother, you are the only one that can teach people how to treat you. When people know that you are a truthful person, whenever you open your mouth, you tell the truth. In a community, when they are looking for truth, they say, you know what? Go look for that girl. Was she there? Yeah, she was there. Go ask her. She will tell you the truth. Without you knowing, you have given that reputation out there that that's who you are. And people will begin to look for you. Whenever things happen around you, people will ask, was she there? Yeah, go ask her. She will tell you the truth. People treat you how you treat yourself. But when you lie all the time, they know you're a liar. And then they come and say, oh, guess what? Akudo said something to me. Which Akudo? Because don't mind that girl can lie. Don't mind that she's lying. Were you there? Did you see it with your two eyes? You said, no, I didn't. Then if you did see it, my sister, don't quote. You see that Akudo, that girl can lie. You see? People treat you how you treat yourself. That's what you presented to them. Hey, I'm a liar. And that's how they're going to take you. So let us go out there and set healthy boundaries. Let us go out there and respect each other's spaces. Let us go out there and respect personal spaces. Let us go out there and know that we can all get along. We can all respect and love each other with integrity, with dignity, with confidence, knowing that we are our sister and our brother's keepers. Remember, give us a thumbs up, share this video, and please subscribe to the channel. I need you to come and be part of MOA family. All right? Remember, you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why you are unique. Be kind to yourself. and to each other. I love, 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 love you guys. Mwah! Bye bye.